success heading into the season?
Yeah, I don't know if you can consider the way it ended a success, but making the playoffs was a big achievement for this club, something that this club hasn't achieved before, and so that was definitely a big goal of ours when we set out at the beginning of the season.
Just in the teams, I know defense is everybody on the field, but your team gave up a lot of goals this year. There were a lot of injuries, a lot of movement. Josh, who came in, played a big role. How do you look back at the season in terms of back line? It seemed like there was very little consistency from our view. Was it difficult for you, left back, right back?
Yeah, I would think, I always say that I always try not to make excuses, especially in the season, but when I look back on it, it always felt like we were trying to plug a hole somewhere and move guys around and shift guys here because, whether it was international absences or injuries, that we were missing people. And like I said, I don't like to make excuses, but I definitely feel like having a consistent lineup, especially in the middle of the season, that hurt us.
Is it difficult for you, Josh? You came in later.
Right. Yeah, I only got to see these guys us for about 15 games, and I don't know, it's kind of the same case. When I was here, it was started with Ahmed, and then Damien, and then Markey was thrown in there, and I thought all those guys, Markey did an unbelievable job, even though he's not that familiar with it. But like he said, it's so important in this league to play with guys over a long period of time and build consistency and build, so you know what they're going to do game in and game out. And like he said, I'm not a guy sitting up here making excuses. I think we're all professionals. We all, we all came in and guys did their job. And unfortunately, it just, it didn't work out this season.
Justin, after the Montreal game, for him to say that he thought maybe some of the players were just on my stage for the occasion. It was just a little too much for them. Was that your sense of it? Did you get a sense of that might have been just too much?
No, I don't think that was the case at all. I think it was a weird situation having to play the same team twice right in a row so quickly. I think maybe we were reacting a little bit too much to the game that had just happened, and maybe overanalyzing it and overthinking it. And I think in the game, it changed so quickly. And I think we had a good start to the game, and just like the game before it, within 10 minutes it had changed, and we had lost the game. So I think it was just a weird situation.
Can you talk to us a little bit about your captain, Michael Bradley? For those of us watching the game, the playoff game in Montreal, Drogba was very much kind of the inspirational leader, yelling at players and things like that. Mm-hmm. Michael seems to be a slightly different leader on the field, and we don't see him in the dressing room. Mm-hmm. Can you tell us what kind of a captain he is and what you got from him this year?
Yeah, I'll say I think it's probably hard for you guys to see everything that Michael does for this team on and off the pitch. Little things like having conversations with guys after practice, things like that, unite the team and give the team an idea of what we want to be together. And I think Michael does an incredible job of that. And on the field as well, he might not be screaming all the time, but tactically he's very aware during the game, and he's able to make adjustments to help the team.
I agree. That was one of the big things coming into this team. I thought, it was going to be awesome to play, with a Giovinco and a Josie and all that. But I was interested to see what type of guy Michael was. We all get to see him, how the media portrays him and all that. But I think he embodies everything you want out of a captain in my eyes. Like, it makes I get why he is where he is now. He come out here, he busts his ass every single day. He's a perfect leader. He's a perfect example, and I was very impressed with him this year.
Justin, when you look at this team, obviously it's great to the team's call to decide what they have to put up. Where do you think this team problem areas are? Where would you like to see this team?
It's It's a tough question because I think, like I said, when we had our lineup on the field, our number one lineup, I felt comfortable with our team, but we just never seemed to have that for a consistent amount of time during the season where we could really grow together. If you look at teams like that are still playing in the playoffs now, there are teams that have been together for a while, that have gone through something together for a while. So I don't think that there need to be wholesale changes to this team at all. Maybe a few pieces here and there. And I think the big part is that we're going to, if we do have the chance to stay together, that we'll grow from this year that we've had this year. And we've taken a step, and it's one step in a process. And I think next year would be a great year.
Josh, that play where you slipped in the playoff game, looking back, was that a hard ball to deal with, hard to get across there? Was that a ball you weren't expecting?
No. It's just one of those plays. You know what I mean? Matt and I actually talk a lot about how if I have the ball, he opens up. If he has the ball, I open up every single time. You know, and I'm someone who, it doesn't really matter where the ball is. I'm comfortable with the ball with my feet. You know, I like building out of the back. It's just one of those things. I can't describe it. You know, one of those things that, you know, he played it and I went to react. Fortunately, I slipped, and you know, you give Piatti a chance like that, he's gonna take it 9 out of 10 times.
Josh, it was probably physics that caused you to slip, I guess. It wasn't you, but so it was an unfortunate play, an accidental play. Did it stay with you? I mean, were you able to flush that out, or was it a tough night after that?
I mean, when that happens, you're kind of, geez, that really just happened, you know. But at the same time, you have to move on. You know, it's not something that you could stick with. And you know, like I said, I'm comfortable with the ball at my feet. So the next time, you know, the ball's at my feet, you know, you got to get out of your head. You know, it's the playoffs, man. You can't let something like that stick with you. So at the end of the day, is unfortunate. I was trying to think. I can't think of a time where I did that. You know, it's crazy that it happened in that situation. But you know, it's something you live with. You learn from it, and you know, next year if anything like that happens, you know, I've been there before. Hopefully it doesn't, but you know, it's just a learning experience, unfortunate learning experience. But you got to move on from that.
Justin, you're obviously an important player in this team. I assume you also know your value as well. With the contract situation, do you expect to be back exploring other options? What's
Yeah, Toronto has got to be up there within the top places to play in the MLS in terms of the resources, the lifestyle you can have here in terms of the city, the people. Everything has been great. The stadium. I mean, the team shows that they want to win. Their management shows that they want to win. So I'd like to be here. I'm looking for the team to show me that I'm an important part of this team. Yes. Yes. I have stopped contract negotiations until after the season was over, so we're just starting up now.